So in today's video we are going to be doing a Europa League review today and a bit of Conference League maybe. So the Europa League and Conference League second legs of the round 16s are over, and I thought we did a predictions video for the Europa League round of 16, so I didn't do a review of the first legs, but I thought why not do a review of the second legs, because I think a lot of crazy stuff happened. So yeah, I'm going to just talk through both ties. I'm not going to lie, I don't think I actually watched any of the Europa League and Conference League games, if I'm being completely honest here, so it's more sort of just a review, reaction, and just listen to some of the results and the crazy stuff that has happened across both competitions, because what I will say is, even if the quality isn't as good as the Champions League, the Europa League and Conference League, I mean, they produce some absolutely crazy ties. And now I know there was definitely some absolutely crazy ones, so I'll have a look at those, and then we'll have a preview of the quarterfinals as well. But yeah, just a nice chilled one. Just look at the review, look at some of the results that happened. So let's take a look. So we'll begin with this time, Atletico Bilbao vs Roma. So because I didn't review the first legs, we'll also look at the first legs in this one as well. So the first leg ended 2-1 to Roma. This was a tie which I thought was going to be absolute fireworks, and I mean, it definitely delivered. Roma won 2-1 in the first leg. There was a red card as well to Bilbao. A 93rd minute winner in the first leg for Roma. Absolutely huge, giving them the advantage going away from home. However, Bilbao overturned it in pretty spectacular fashion. Matson was absolutely sold. There was another red card in this game this time. Bilbao got the red card in the first leg and Roma got the red card in the second leg. Matson was in the 11th minute though, very early on, and to be fair, Roma did hold on up until stoppage time, but Nico Williams scored, and he scored a brace in this game. Nico Williams coming up clutch in this tie. And Roma did score a 93rd minute pen to potentially get themselves back in the game, but it was too late, and Bilbao managed to overturn the second leg defeat, winning 3-1 and 4-3 on aggregates. Yeah, I mean, Matsumals, I don't know exactly what happened. As I said, I don't really watch it, but completely messed up here. Because I reckon with 11 men, Roma might have been able to hold on to the win. But with 10 men for that long, it was really only a matter of time, right, before Bilbao got the goal. And Nico Williams, he's not had the best seasons since, of course, a incredible Euros, but a big moment here for him, and Bilbao go on into the quarterfinals, which they're obviously hosting the finals, so a big result for them, beating a team like Roma, who I definitely thought could potentially win this competition, so huge result for them. Unlucky for Roma, but yeah, a fantastic tie, and Bilbao come out on top. Right, next up we'll go to this one. So AZ Alkmaar vs Tottenham Hotspur. So the first leg ended AZ 1-0 at home. Lucas Bergvall own goal. I did actually see this own goal. It was absolutely comical. But yeah, AZ actually kind of destroyed Spurs in this game. They definitely could have scored more, and they're probably very annoyed at themselves because, yeah, I mean, you can see it. They had 4 big chances. They missed 4 big chances. Vicario, fair play to him, came up with some big saves. Spurs were very poor in this first leg, but luckily they escaped with just a 1-0 defeat because they managed to overturn it in the second leg, winning 3-1 in this one. I mean, Wilson Odobert with a brace in this game. Well done to him, but a scare. Goop minus level it up. To give AZ to level it up. But yeah, Tottenham held on Audible with his 74th minute winner in this game to send Spurs through, and it's a big one because of course this is the only competition Spurs are still in. It's really do or die in the Europa League, and they managed to overturn this first leg deficit just about in the end, but they get the job done, and that is really all that matters. Audible with a brace, a player who has been injured. I thought he was quite bright when he first joined Spurs, got an injury, but he's back and clearly out to breathe a point, so Spurs just about get the job done in the end. As I said, that's really all that matters, but maybe not the most convincing over the two legs as you would have expected. I do worry when they come up against maybe fierce opposition that they could struggle a little bit. So next up we have Bucharest vs Lyon. This was a much more one-sided tie. First leg it was 3-1 Lyon, but to be fair, Malik Fofana absolutely clutched two late goals in the 86th and 89th minute to give Lyon a 2-goal lead going into the second leg, and yeah, I mean, at 1-1 Bucharest would have still had a chance, but those 2 goals from Fofana late on, a player by the way looks like a real talent, a great youngster, is having a fantastic season for Lyon. I think that sort of ended their hopes, and then Lyon in the home leg just absolutely cruised past, winning 4-0. Georges, I'm not going to try to pronounce his second name, got a brace, and Ernest Nwame also got a brace. Of course, if you remember this guy, he was the Georgian striker from the Euros who was absolutely superb. But yeah, Lyon comfortably win 7-1 on aggregate. Yeah, Lyon definitely one of the contenders for the Europa League this season. I think are going to be a bit of a problem for a lot of sides. It seems like they're pretty strong at home too, comfortably dispatching of Bucharest. Next up we had one of the best ties of the round, Fenerbahce vs Rangers. So the first leg saw a bit of a shock, really, definitely a shock for me. Rangers beating Fenerbahce away from home 3-1. Absolutely crazy, really. Vaclav Cerny with a brace. I mean, to be fair, Fenerbahce were probably the better side, but Rangers hit them on the counter-attack and stunned Fenerbahce, who had it all to do in the second leg. And you're thinking, Rangers are pretty strong at home, Rangers are probably through here, but Fenerbahce actually did manage to turn around 2-0. Szymanski with a brace to turn the tie around and get it 3-3 on aggregates. They went to extra time, and then they eventually went to penalties, which was an absolutely crazy penalty shootout. I mean, Jack Butland was superb. It ended 3-2 to Rangers on penalties. 3 penalty missed by Fenerbahce, 2 of them saved by Butland, Tadic and Fred, experienced players missing, and then this Yandes guy absolutely skied his penalty. But yeah, the Rangers come out on top in the second leg. I mean, Fenerbahce can be pretty hard done by here because they were definitely over the 2 legs, I thought, the better side. And yeah, Mourinho is knocked out of the Europa League, which is disappointing, especially for me as a Chelsea fan, because I definitely wanted to see Mourinho do well, right? But was it meant to be Rangers? But not a really big win here though, beating a team like Fenerbahce. Very impressive. Maybe not so impressive how they collapsed in the second leg, but they found a way to win, and yeah, I think they could definitely be a dark horse contender for the Europa League. They've done pretty well in the competition the last few years, so it's a big win to knock out a team like Mourinho's Fenerbahce. Next up we have Sociedad vs Man United. So the first leg ended 1-1 in Sociedad. To be fair, Man United dominated this first leg, really. They were probably the better side for most of it. However, they got a penalty from Oyazabal, and after actually that penalty, Sociedad were all over United, and United in the end were actually kind of lucky to come away with just a point in the first leg. And then it went into the second leg. I mean, this was pretty crazy. So Oyazabal got another penalty in the 10th minute to give Sociedad the lead. 6 minutes later, Bruno gets a penalty to make it 1-1 and level it up. Bruno gets another penalty in the 50th minute to make it 2-1. Sociedad then get a red card. Then Bruno gets another penalty. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. Actually, sorry, it wasn't another penalty, but there was a penalty which was going to be awarded to Man United that got overturned. Then Dalot in the 90th minute put a seal on it. But I mean, I don't know what on earth happened here with the discipline, especially over the two legs. Like, how many penalties do these teams want to concede to each other? Absolutely crazy. I don't think, surely there's some sort of record, like over the course of two legs, most penalties awarded. Like, what, 4 penalties over the course of 2 legs is pretty mad, and a red card too. Just zero discipline from any of these sides. Bruno gets a hat-trick though, and United in the end get the job done. Obviously, Sociedad helped them quite a bit with all the penalties and a red card, but I do think United were probably the better side over the course of the 2 legs. And similar to Spurs, it's really all they have to play for now this season. So it's all or nothing in the Europa League, and just getting through to the next round is all they really needed. And they managed to get it done. A bit of a helping hand by Sociedad, who really imploded in this second leg, but they get the job done, and that is really all that matters, and they're in the next round. Next up, we have Frankfurt vs Ajax. I thought this was going to be quite a close 2 legs. However, Frankfurt actually kind of come to be dispatched of Ajax. In the first leg, they beat them away from home in Amsterdam, 2-1. Larsen, Siggy, and Robbie with the goals. Seemed like a pretty even game, to be honest. And then Frankfurt went at home and actually kind of annihilated Ajax. They won a 4-1. In this one, Mario Götze with a brace. Bit of a throwback there, of course. Nice to see Götze still going and still got it. Ekatike as well with a goal, but yeah, I mean, they comfortably here dispatched of Ajax in the second leg, and a win 6-2 against Ajax over 2 legs is mightily impressive. I mean, I know Ajax, of course, are not the team they once were, but Ajax is still a pretty good side. I did think this was going to be a fairly close tie, but Frankfurt just comfortably beat Ajax in this one. So a bit of a statement victory, I will say, from Frankfurt, who definitely could potentially win this competition. Next up, we had a bit of a shock here. Bodo Glimt vs Olympiacos. So Bodo Glimt in the first leg beat Olympiacos 3-0. Very, very impressive. Hogue got a brace in this one. I'll have a look at the stats. I mean, to be honest, Olympiacos really hard done by here. They had 4 big chances and they missed all 4. But to be fair, I think a lot of people thought this time maybe wasn't completely over because Olympiacos are pretty strong at home. But in the second leg, I mean, this guy scored yet again to give Bodo the lead. Yaramchuk scored 2 goals in the matter of 12 minutes to give Olympiacos some hope, but in the end, Bodo held on. There was a red card as well for Olympiacos late on, and Bodo Glimt won 4-2 on aggregate. Like, to be fair, looking at the stats, they were absolutely pummeled, and Olympiacos could not put their chances away. Another 4 big chances missed in the first leg as well, and the second leg. So Bodo Glimt a tad fortunate here, but very impressive. And yeah, I think at home nobody's gonna want to play Bodo Glimt away, because Bodo Glimt at home are a really strong side. This Hogue guy is your striker, I'm guessing. Yeah, absolute bagsman it seems as well. So Bodo Glimt with a little bit of a shock there, knocking out the current Conference League holders in this one. And the final tie was Lazio vs Victoria Pleasant. I mean, wow, this is crazy. So the first leg ended 2-1 Lazio. They took the lead, and then it was levelled up. And then in the 77th minute, Nicola Ravella was sent off for Lazio. In the 93rd minute, Lazio got another red card, going down to 9 men. And then in the 98th minute, Gustav Isaksson managed to win it for 9 men, Lazio. And I told you there's drama in the Europa League. I mean, this is crazy. 9 men and you win the game in the 98th minute. It is absolutely mental. But then Lazio almost chucked this away actually in the second leg versus Victoria Pleasant. They needed yet another late-ish goal. And they went 1-0 down at home to Victoria Pleasant, and Europa scores again, weirdly. Scored in the first leg and scored in the second leg in the 77th minute to rescue a draw, and Lazio just about edged through 3-2 on aggregate. So, I mean, that 98th minute winner in the first leg by Gustav Isaksson proved absolutely vital. But what a 2 legs out was absolute drama in this one. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a lot more from Lazio. I thought they were going to comfortably beat Victoria Pleasant, given how well Lazio have been doing in Serie A, but yeah, not the most convincing, but they did manage to get the job done in the end. Right, let's have a look at the quarterfinals then. So our quarterfinals are Tottenham vs Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt vs Lazio, Olympic Lyon vs Man United, and Rangers vs Athletic Bilbao. Some very, very good ties in here, I must say. Tottenham vs Frankfurt, I honestly do think is a 50-50. I think Frankfurt have been mightily impressive, and the way they dispatched of Ajax, that's gonna be a great tie. I could see it going either way there, either team going through. Bodo Glimt Lazio, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a great tie for Bodo Glimt. Given how Lazio struggled to get past Victoria Pleasant, you know, don't be shocked here if Bodo Glimt knock out Lazio. Lyon, Man United, again, I'm not gonna lie, I think that could be a 50-50. Again, given the way Lyon have been playing and they dispatched to Bucharest, that's gonna be a tough tie for Man United. And Rangers Bilbao is a fantastic tie too. It's a tough one for Rangers, but I reckon they could definitely knock out Bilbao. But we're still on track for a good ever Tottenham Man United final. We could see Rangers and Man United in the semi-finals, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, we could have a Rangers Spurs final as well, which would be pretty nice. Yeah, not bad at all. But that is the Europa League. Let's go to the Conference League. Very briefly, just have a look at some of the stuff here that's happened. So yeah, of course, Chelsea, I haven't really touched about the Conference League because it's just embarrassing that we're in this, so I'm going to be very brief here. We managed to get past Copenhagen. We won 2-1 in the first leg. I mean, the first half was maybe the most boring half of football you ever see. Look at this. 2 shots for both teams, 1 shot on target the entire half. I mean, just absolutely nothing happened. The second leg. Another sort of boring game, but we managed to get a 1-0 win over Copenhagen, 3-1 on aggregates, comfortable win there. Let's have a look at this one. This seems like a crazy game. So, Molde vs Legia Warsaw. Molde went 3-0 up in the first leg at half time. They were 3-0 up at half time. And then 2 goals in 2 minutes, and the game ends 3-2 to Molde in the first leg. I mean, that's crazy. The way Molde just completely shut that away. And then it went to the second leg, and again, this was pretty crazy because Legia Warsaw in the 34th minute made it 1-0, and after 90 minutes it was 3-3 on aggregates. And then they score in the 108th minute to make it 4-3, and then Molde late on in extra time get a red card. Legia Warsaw progress 4-3 on aggregate. I mean, Molde have just completely imploded here in that first leg. 3-0 up in the tie in the first half of the first leg, and you've been knocked out. I mean, that is criminal. This seems like another crazy game as well here. So Panathinaikos vs Fiorentina. Panathinaikos in 19 minutes in the first leg went 2-0 up, and then 2 goals in 3 minutes, and the half ends 2-2, which is pretty crazy. But Panathinaikos did end up winning this first leg 3-2. And then in the second leg, however, Fiorentina managed to turn it around. They went 2-0 up in 24 minutes, and then they went 3-0 up with Moyes again. Panathinaikos got a penalty later on to give them some hope, but in the end it didn't matter, and they got a 93rd minute red card as well. But yeah, Fiorentina overturned the first leg deficit to win 5-4 in this one. Real Betis vs Vitoria de Guimarães ended 2-2 actually in the first leg. A late Oliveira goal, and to be fair, that would have given Guimarães some hope, but for whatever reason in the second leg, weirdly being the home side, they were just absolutely battered by Betis and lost 4-0. Bakambu with a brace. Is that the same Bakambu? Yeah. Wow, I didn't even realise this guy's still playing. Anthony scored as well. Isco scored. I swear, Betis just have a bunch of like washed ballers, and they're just somehow balling out. Like Isco is unreal, Anthony is unreal, Bakambu, Mark Bartra is still there, Fornals, Ricardo Rodriguez is there. Like, it's just Hector Bellerin, Adrian. Like, it's just a bunch of like random washed ballers, and they're somehow just doing really well. But yeah, Betis overcome that second leg. Another pretty crazy tie here. Borac, Banja, Luka. I mean, I don't know what on earth this team is, but they were 1-0 down in the first leg versus Rapid Vienna, and then a 92nd minute penalty made it 1-1. And then in the second leg they go away to Rapid Vienna, and it also ended 1-1, but then in the 96th minute in extra time, Rapid Vienna scored to win 3-2. In this one, Jacqueline Bielstock vs Club Brugge. So the first leg ended 3-0 to Jacqueline, thanks to a red card from Cercle Brugge in the 59th minute. But Brugge actually almost came back. They won 2-0 in the second leg at home. Unfortunately, couldn't get the third goal to send it to extra time. So just about lost. I mean, okay, now this was absolutely nuts. Engay Selge, again, I don't know who this is, versus Lugano. So the first leg ended 1-0 Selge. There was a red card in the 91st minute as well for Lugano. But Lugano, the home side, second leg, hopefully we're trying to overturn it. And the game ended the second leg 5-4. I mean, this is nuts. So let's run through what happened here. So Lugano took the lead in the 21st minute. 40th minute it went 1-1. 2 minutes later, Lugano make it 2-1. Then they make it 3-1 at half time. Just before half time, Lugano are 3-1 up and currently 1 goal up on aggregates. Then Celtic score in the second half to make it 2-2. 3-2 and level it up on aggregate. 80th minute, Lugano think they've won it. They're 4-2 up now and 1 goal up on aggregates. And then in the 94th minute, they get a red card, which I'm guessing. I'm guessing. So in the 94th minute, Lugano are going through, and then I don't know what's happened here, but they get a red card and give away a penalty, which Celtic score in the 95th minute to send us to extra time. I mean, I don't know what the hell has happened there, but what on earth is this guy doing? So they're going to extra time now in extra time, Celtic of course have an upper hand. They have a man advantage and they score within 7 minutes in extra time. But then in the 180th minute with 2 minutes left, Lugano scored to make it 5-4 with 10 men and send us to penalties. Ends 5-5 on aggregate, where Lugano miss 3 out of her 4 penalties and Celtic win on pens. I mean, what the hell? See, this is what I was talking about. Like, it doesn't have the highest quality, but it brings some drama, doesn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a tie as crazy as that. But yeah, that's a Conference League. If you're interested in the draw, I, to be honest, really couldn't care less. But Chelsea have Legia Warsaw. This team has Rapid Vienna, Celtic, Fiorentina, and Betis have Jagiellonian. So to be fair, I swear if it's a Betis Chelsea final and Anthony knocks us out and scores a winner in the final, I might actually delete this channel. I honestly might. Anyways, that was your Europa League and Conference League roundup. Let me know your thoughts on the games in the comments below. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you. Have a